From time to time, a photographer needs to change something in the way he or she practices photography. And in my case, I'm a landscape photographer primarily, but photographing the urban landscape, photographing cities like I would photograph a landscape, I think this poses new challenges and forces me to think a little bit different about composing and finding subjects. Today I'm doing a 30 minutes challenge, a photo challenge. I'm using only one lens, my 35mm, and the challenge is to photograph this urban landscape. I see light, contrast, shapes, textures, lines, so I will try to capture as much as possible in only 30 minutes. Hey everybody, my name is Toma, Phototom here on YouTube. I'm a full-time landscape and travel photographer. So if you're interested in this kind of topics, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Today I'm in the central plaza from the town where I live, and as you can see, I'm already exploring some possibilities by standing really low and trying to frame the buildings in the distance. Now the buildings have all the sun on them, and I'm using the sky and dark shadows underneath to in a way frame the buildings. And now I'm moving towards this staircase, and I'm trying to use all the lines, all the construction lines to my favor. I'm trying to think differently and to approach basically the composition in a way that is dynamic and in a way that creates depth. And then I spotted the rail of the staircase, which looks really interesting, and I can use this to create a frame inside the frame if you want. In a situation like this, you have to take advantage of everything: lines, light, contrast, shadow, textures, patterns, leading lines. Everything you can use, just use it. The lines in this roof I think look really interesting, and I'm experimenting with different ways of leaning your attention. Too bad it wasn't a building in the background. There are these glasses over here, and there's an opportunity to photograph reflections, and sometimes these reflections look very odd, but they look very, very cool. Whenever I'm photographing reflections, I'm experimenting a lot by using the camera in landscape mode, in portrait mode. The flip screen helps me a lot to stay really low, because standing really low is the key to capture some good reflections. A completely different opportunity here. There is this gap, and I can use this as a leading line, as a really powerful leading line, and conduct the viewer into the shot, into the panorama in the distance. In this case, I try to stay really, really low and to be very close to the table sheet to the right to capture that reflection. These stairs also present an interesting opportunity because of the shadows and the curved line. Now I will try to stick with the minimum shade, something probably like this. I don't want the chaos of the street. In a way, I'm doing the things that I'm doing with my landscape photos. I'm photographing standing up, then I try to stay really low. I'm trying to diversify, and by experimenting with different compositions, I get different results and beautiful results. Over there with the trash can, there's a really big opportunity, so I'll have to go there and photograph. Now I was on my way to photograph the trash can and use the contrast between light and darkness. Now this is key. These are elements that I always search when I'm out there photographing in urban environments. I think the contrast is really cool. It creates opportunities and the subject becomes very clear. And now I'm continuing because this entire tunnel has some tremendous opportunities because of the light that is going in, and the way I've edited these photos is high contrast. I'm trying to capture exactly that feeling, that mood. And now it's time to go back because I saw the same contrasty light on these stairs. For the first photo, I thought it was cool to include my shadow, and I also noticed that I can see the tunnel plus have some light from outside. And after that was time to take a break and just drink some water. Keeping yourself hydrated, I think it's crucial, it's extremely important in situations like this. And then of course I started to photograph again. And in this moment I realized how the light was entering the frame and that forbidden sign to go on the escalators, and of course one last shot with this beautiful tunnel. I think over here there's another opportunity to use the stair rails as leading lines. I'm moving from left to right with my camera just to show you how I'm searching for the frame. I saw this reflection, I really like it, and I decided to include it in my shot. And there are two versions of the same photo just to have from where to choose. It's always about shadows and light when I'm photographing inside towns. The geometry and the shadows, the high contrast, the simplicity, trying to capture the essence. These are all elements that attract me to when I'm photographing in an urban landscape. Now I'm heading towards the window over there that has a really cool contrast. One of the ways in which you can take interesting urban photos is to set up a location and just wait for someone to pass, and then you have dark contrast and a silhouette. I saw a beautiful reflection again in this marble stone, and whenever I see this I get into reflection mode because you can capture really beautiful sceneries, either landscape or urban. On my way back to the car I realized how fresh I was feeling, and photographing a completely different area made me feel like I was restarting myself, so it was a really good day for me. This was it for today. My 30 minutes are up. I hope you like these kind of challenges. I plan to do them more often, time period, and then using only one lens. I will not always use the 35mm. I will challenge myself to use other lenses also. And let me know in comments below if you like this format, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, keep on photographing. It's the only way to get better. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.